My name is Daniel, and for the longest time, I believed I had a solid grasp on my marriage. Claire and I had been together nearly 8 years. We had our share of arguments and disagreements, just like any couple, but never once did I doubt her loyalty. I never suspected her love wasn't genuine. That false sense of security shattered one Friday night in the most brutal way. Claire had gone out with her friends, something that wasn't unusual. I stayed home, watched the game, and dozed off on the couch. Around midnight, the sound of keys at the door woke me. I figured she was trying to get in quietly after a night out. But then I heard laughter, Claire's voice slurred and careless, followed by Melissa's, one of her closest friends. They staggered inside. Unaware I was awake in the dimly lit living room. From the shadows, I listened. My heart stopped when Claire's voice, thick with alcohol and arrogance, rang out. Honestly, he's too stupid to realize I've been cheating this whole time. How clueless can a man be? The words sliced me open. My chest tightened, my breath caught, and the room suddenly felt ice cold. Melissa gasped, trying to hush her, but Claire only laughed louder, leaning against the counter like she had delivered a punchline. Cheating. My wife, the woman I trusted blindly, was bragging about betraying me, mocking me for not noticing. I wanted to jump up, to confront her right then, but my body refused to move. I was paralyzed, my knuckles white as I gripped the couch. Melissa tried to reel her in, whispering that she'd regret her words, but Claire scoffed, dismissive. Regret? Please. It's not like he'll ever find out. He thinks I'm this devoted wife. Meanwhile, I've had more fun in the last 6 months than in our whole marriage. Hearing her laugh about it broke something deep inside me. Suddenly, all those nights she claimed to be working late, all the weekend getaways with her friends, every excuse, clicked into place. I wasn't blind. I had just been too trusting, and she had exploited that trust at every turn. I kept listening, needing every detail. Then she dropped the name. You know, I've been seeing Mark. He's exciting, spontaneous. Nothing like Daniel. Honestly, it's pathetic how clueless he is. I can sneak out whenever I want and he never suspects. Mark. My coworker. A man I had welcomed into my home, grilled burgers within my backyard, shaken hands within trust. Hearing his name was like a hammer to the skull. Betrayal doubled, twisting deeper than I thought possible. Melissa, clearly uneasy, whispered that Claire was playing with fire, but Claire just chuckled. If he hasn't figured it out by now, he never will. Daniel trusts me too much. He's blind. And honestly, if he does find out, maybe it'll push him to finally be the man I need him to be. Her words burned, twisting the knife by making it seem like her betrayal was somehow my fault. That was the final straw. I stood, flicked on the living room light, and stepped into the kitchen. Their laughter died instantly. Melissa's face drained of color. Claire's drunken smirk disappeared the moment she saw me. Funny thing about being too stupid, I said coldly. Sometimes we hear things we weren't meant to hear. Claire's eyes went wide. Daniel, it's not what it sounds like. I cut her off. Don't bother. You've said enough. Melissa bolted, mumbling an excuse, leaving the two of us in suffocating silence. For the first time, I didn't see my wife. I saw a stranger, a liar who had twisted my love into a cruel joke. She tried to explain, but her words fell flat. I didn't need her stories. I needed action. The next day, I decided I wouldn't just confront her with anger. I would make the truth undeniable. Quietly, I started gathering proof, screenshots of texts, timestamps of her work trips, every scrap of evidence that exposed her lies. A week later, she asked me to dinner at her favorite restaurant, pretending she wanted to talk things out. I agreed, calm and collected. When we arrived, I noticed Mark across the room, his nervous glances betraying him. Halfway through the meal, I leaned in. Claire, I know everything. The lies. The secret meetings. The messages. All of it. And I have proof. Her fork trembled. Daniel, what are you talking about? She stammered, still trying to play the role. I slid my phone across the table. The evidence glared back at her. Mark's face turned pale. Claire opened her mouth, but no words came out. The staff nearby exchanged awkward glances, sensing the tension. I didn't need the audience, but her humiliation in public was fitting. Every smirk, every lie, every mocking word had led to this moment. She had underestimated me, assumed I was too blind to ever figure it out. Now the truth was exposed, undeniable. Mark slipped out quietly. I stood, collected my coat, and looked at Claire one last time. You wanted to play games. I've shown you who's the smarter player. Walking away, I felt both relief and sorrow. Relief that I had reclaimed my dignity. Sorrow that the woman I had once loved had chosen deceit. But the lesson was brutal and clear. Trust is fragile, and once broken, consequences follow. Claire's downfall was swift. Within a week, friends, family, co-workers, all knew the truth. Whispers turned to conversations, conversations to judgment. She had spent months believing she was untouchable. But for the first time, she wasn't.